What's up, War Report family? I am your host, C Dub. Tonight, we preview week 2 of the SEC matchups, and we discuss Auburn and Cal and a very confident running back for Cal. We'll discuss all of that and more in tonight's midweek report. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome to the latest edition of the Midweek Report, courtesy of our show sponsor, auburnsports.com. Guys, auburnsports.com has been one of our day ones in terms of sponsoring this Midweek Report. So definitely head over there and show them love, support their content. Shouts out to JG Tate for being a kind of a day one for us, man. So big ups to him. Support them, support us by also sharing this content, whether it's in your group chat, whether it's social media. Spread the word, help people join this conversation. We got a good one for you tonight, folks. Smash that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also become a member of the War Report, where Ike brings you great film review of games Auburn will be playing this season. I can tell you exactly how you get access to that.
It's really simple. Click the join button, come on board as a War Report member. We've had 2 great film reviews of the UMass game. We're going to get into this Cal film tomorrow and Friday. So make sure you get your membership active for that. And we are going to be announcing the winner of our drawing, I think, tomorrow for the Samford game. So make sure that you guys have your, you should have had your membership active already. That's locked in. But we got another giveaway. We're giving away for all the home games. So make sure you guys are in there for that. Membership gifting can be done right now from the live chat. You get 1 month of membership on somebody else. Auburn Dad just gave 5 people membership. So thank you to Auburn Dad for continuing to support in all the ways that you do. But you can gift a membership if you'd like, if you are a member right now and somebody else gets a free month on you. Hashtag get your weight up, and we're going to do another mug today, courtesy of War Eagle Oil. Make sure you get your hashtag spelled correctly. We'll do that drawing right around the 1 hour mark. And of course, stay locked in with the Pod Network, the College Loop, Auburn Express, Up Tempo Pod. I need to update this graphic and put just a sec on there so people don't forget that we've got some SEC wide content that we've got going out there with the Just a Sec Pod. But we are doing all of those things right now. The War Report Pod Network going strong, baby.
And before we get into this week's predictions, let's grab some super chats and some comments. AU Alum 94, appreciate the $50 super chat. Says just because this is the best damn Auburn sports talk on the web. Keep it up, guys. This will grow to the size of Justin Rogers.
I like superlatives. Thank you, AU Alum.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate your support, good sir. Chris Causey says some of the Cal players seem very confident they're going to wipe the floor with Auburn. More on that later. B. Will's Foreheads, appreciate the super chat. He says it's Cal hate week, and the spectrum of bug I will attain at 9:30 on Saturday night will be unfathomable. Threw a big word in there for Ike. Ike, I hope you're proud.
That's a good one. Unfathomable is a good one. I like it.
Yeah. Jordan Martin, appreciate the super chat. He says, appreciate all you guys do, best in the business, and looking forward to pulling an all-nighter Saturday for the post game.
It's gonna be late.
Yeah,
I still need to find some Auburn jammies just for that night, just so we can have a call the sleepover post
Jammies.
I'll save this comment until we can go ahead and get to it now. Richard Wentland, appreciate this. He says, "What's up, guys? Blackerby is reporting Austin Keys is out with a thumb injury. How big of an impact is that going to be for us, Ike?"
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that when we get into the game. It's an impact for sure, just because of linebacker depth, but it's going to give an opportunity for some other guys to play earlier. So looking forward to seeing them step up.
All right. Well, listen, let's not belabor it. We got a lot to discuss with our matchup. Let's talk about what's going on in the rest of the SEC. You guys know what time it is. It's time for us to do our predictions. But before we do that, let's kind of see where things stand. And here we go. Well, would you look at that? Look at how God works.
Undefeated. No losses. Never lost. Never played.
You're not even in the game. So Mike was you was at the restaurant last week, were you?
I was.
Okay.
I didn't get my picks in, but I should be winning because I picked Auburn to win. Y'all knew I picked Auburn to win.
Oh, I should have put 2 there then because I had everybody down to beat Vandy in week 0. I mean, Vandy to win week 0.
You know what? I'll take an L too because y'all know I would have picked LSU as well too. So I'll take an L on that one.
Cool.
Okay. All right. South Carolina let us down collectively. I think all of us was let down by South Carolina. I don't know if you would have picked South Carolina against North Carolina, Mike, but we went with South Carolina SEC. SEC kind of took. Did we go 0-2? Was there an SEC over an ACC win last weekend?
No.
Was there another? Okay, so we went 0-2 against the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's not fun.
That's not fun at all. So we'll see what will happen this week as we preview some of the games. Let's get through some of the cupcakes, gentlemen. I expect South Carolina to rebound against Furman big time. I'm going South Carolina.
Let's bounce back
as well.
Anybody picking Furman in this year drinking? Go ahead.
Or just hating. Or hating, which, that's acceptable here at the War Report. All right. Eastern Kentucky at Kentucky. Directional Kentucky.
Yep. Keep it moving.
Okay. All right. McNeese at Florida.
Yep. Bounce back game for Florida too.
Yeah. How bad does Florida suck? McNeese bad? Not quite that bad.
Nah.
Florida gets the win.
I'm gonna go with Florida. It's tune up for the beatdown that they're going to experience at the hand of this team. Tennessee at home against Austin P.
Austin P. Yep. And they're going to beat it down their legs. Tennessee wins.
LSU going to throw a check at Grambling. I like LSU here.
Yep. Yeah. Keep it moving.
All right.
We haven't gotten to any of the interesting games yet. These are all good.
Brian Kelly going to throw his players under the bus again. Throw them all under.
Vanderbilt on the road against Wake. B, how you feel about this line, man?
I didn't watch Wake's game, so I don't know if they're good. Play. I don't even know who they played, so I'm going to avoid it because I have no info on it. But I'm gonna pick Wake to cover if I'm just going blind. I mean, Vanderbilt, I don't trust them. No.
Yeah, I'm picking Wake in this one.
You're saying cover, but to win, you're gonna pick Wake.
I mean, yeah, if I'm picking Wake by 10, then they definitely gonna win. Wake will win this game. I think Wake will win this game. I don't have any confidence in Vandy after week 1. Nah.
You mean they struggled with Hawaii at home and you lost confidence? That's all it took, B?
Yes, that's all it took. Yes.
Okay. Me too. I'm going Wake Forest.
Yeah, I am too.
No. Okay. All 4 of us are Wake Forest there. Middle Tennessee takes on another SEC opponent in Missouri.
Middle Tennessee is going to lose.
So I don't know if y'all saw this, but in the post game of Missouri's win over their week 1 opponent, I can't remember who it was. Eli Drinkwitz was asked why he didn't get whoever Brady Cook out of the game because he struggled a little bit. He said, well, if I had a daughter his age, that's all I need to hear right there. But you got him in there for the wrong reasons. This is not academic bowl.
If I had a daughter his age,
he was going on about how mature and how much of a good man Brady Cook is.
What does that have to do with whether or not he should play further into a game?
Nothing. That boy is mediocre. I don't want him on my team. So I now know that Eli Drinkwitz is overly biased towards Brady Cook as his quarterback. That means that he's willing to leave him in there when he's playing mediocre. And I don't have any confidence in Missouri. I'm sure they'll beat Middle Tennessee.
Do you think they'll cover?
I don't know, man.
What?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't.
I can't hurt nothing else.
I got some games to rewatch before I start.
I'm just trying to figure out, what does that have to do with anything?
Nothing. It has nothing to do with what type of football they're playing. But he was very.
I would let him date my daughter. I left him in the game because if I had a daughter that was old enough, I want to see him play a little bit longer. Like, what? Where are you making the connection there, Mr. Drinkwitz?
Man, listen.
Were you drinking during the game?
So that was my, gathering all these data points over the course of the season. Like Vanderbilt's game against Hawaii was like, all right, can't trust you. And then Florida at Utah, like, okay, can't trust you. And then I heard him say this. Can't trust Missouri. The first time they play an opponent who they should be an even match for, I'm taking the other person. Can't trust him. If I had
but we're going Missouri. But we are going to
win this. Yeah.
Okay. Mike,
so
you going with Eli Drinkwitz and Cook?
Drink? Hell yeah. I'm rolling with Drink. Drink says, stop having these West Coast teams play us East Coast teams at midnight. So I'm going with Drink. Drink is the man. He's going to win this. Missouri is one of those interesting teams this year that I've got an eye on. I think, they have a chance to maybe cause some chaos there in the East. Not win it, but you know what I mean? Just some interesting. I expect them to pull some upsets this year. I think they might be able to pull an upset or two in the East there and make things interesting down the stretch. So it'll be interesting to watch in Missouri and how Drink gets his team up to play. I mean, he's had a lot to say this offseason. They returned a good defense. Cook had a good debut. So I'm just keeping an eye on them to see how they develop.
Okay. All right. Let's get to the next one, gentlemen. Ball State at Georgia.
Sponsored by Manscaped.
Yes.
Ball State. Yep. Georgia. Tell me about the line on this, B.
It's
Alliteration.
Really, yeah.
Right.
It's really wide spread.
Sacrificial lamb.
They're going to cover. Are they going to cover this?
I say Georgia didn't put up a ton of points in week 1. So
that's what I'm asking Brian.
I don't know, man. Like this is fool's gold because you got Vandegrift who actually looked okay when he came in last week, and then Cook probably needs more reps to get his confidence up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not Cook. Who's their starting quarterback? Beck.
Carson.
So he needs confidence because Kirby said that, hey, he was a little nervous out there. Yeah, you give him a minute. So they're not going
to tell y'all. Carson Beck and them nerves walking into Jordan Hare.
Yeah. So, which is why Georgia's in my toss column. But I think you're going to play the quarterback that you announced as a starter, and you're going to give him a chance to work himself into the position properly, get comfortable. They're not going to bail on him. And if they do bail on him, that means he was playing very subpar to the point where it's 17-3 at half or something like that. I can't see a world where Ball State puts up more than 6 points against Georgia. So the question becomes, is Georgia going to score close to 50 points? And I just don't. Best case scenario, ball control, measured offensive output between whoever the quarterback is. I don't know if it gets up that high, but it could. Pick sixes, kick returns, fumble returns, all of that could contribute, but it's not a definite thing, man. I don't know what they're going to be doing at quarterback. I don't know how much pedal they're going to have down to the floor. I'm staying away from this one as far as betting the spread. But, of course, Georgia's going to win.
It's a very true statement here by Ben Bloodworth. It's not a state. So, L. It is life, though.
State of ball. Kent State also is in the state. At Arkansas.
This is a riveting slate of games.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It gets better later. Trust me, it gets better later. Yeah,
Arkansas. Yeah.
Keep it moving.
Yeah.
Arizona at Mississippi State.
This is cool.
It's an interesting one for sure.
It's cool.
Yeah.
This is cool.
I thought it was at Arizona. Maybe. I want to make sure I got that right.
I have it. Mississippi State. No, it's at Mississippi State.
Okay.
It's in Starkville. Davis Wade.
I'm going Mississippi State here. They have the better quarterback and they have the better defense.
Let's look at this.
And they're at home. They have cowbells too, from what I've been told. I'm going to go Mississippi State.
Will Rogers
Cowbells, you
opened up 20 for 29. Is that the least he's ever thrown the ball in a game?
Probably so, since he's been at Mississippi State. Probably so.
He's probably
29 throws.
Thrown that in a quarter.
Wow. Yeah, like right. You see him passing 60 times a game.
Yeah, Mississippi State.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with Mississippi State on this one.
All right.
Same here, Mississippi State.
This one gets interesting if you're a hater like me.
We're getting into the interesting games now. Here we go.
This is an interesting one if you're a hater like me. Ole Miss at Tulane. Before we say anything, say it with me.
Hey.
Did Tulane upset somebody last year?
USC
In the bowl
Oh,
game.
How could you forget?
Yeah, man. Come on.
Tulane.
Come on.
No, I think Kiffin gets it done. I'm rolling with Ole Miss.
Who gets it done?
I'm about to say, who is Kevin?
Kiffin.
Oh, I thought you said Kevin. I was like,
No,
what?
Kiffin. I think Kiffin gets it done.
Start calling him that.
I was about to say,
You know Kevin.
does he
He
look
owed me
like
money.
Kevin McAllister from Home Alone to you or something? I don't understand what's happening right now.
No, Kiffin gets it done.
Like
I'm rolling with Lane.
Like Kevin.
I'm rolling him on this one.
So Lane gets it done, huh? The Lane train rolls in this game.
-7. Ooh.
That's an interesting
over-under.
line.
That's some
67,
respect. That's
yeah.
respect right there.
It being
for
at
Tulane.
Tulane is the only thing giving me even a
Yeah,
half a minute
man.
pause on this
Yeah.
one.
We're gonna find out about that defense for sure.
We should, but see, there even
Tulane
the
didn't
quarterback
look
that came
particularly
back,
good in week one. I'm going to go Ole
They
Miss
did.
on this.
they didn't. That's what gives me pause.
Just
I
the
got some
fact that we're
research to
pausing
do.
on this is hate enough. I'm good with it.
I got some research to do. I need to find out how much of that defense from Tulane came back. That's what I need to find out.
Not enough. I'm gonna go Ole Miss here. But the fact that we took time to think through this one was hate enough, and I'm good with it. Thanks, guys. All right.
I'm gonna go Ole Miss for now.
For now.
I mean, you can't change
No, you
it
can't
later.
change a pick.
I mean,
Come on,
before I
man.
gamble this weekend,
Oh,
I
okay.
can. You know what I'm saying? Like,
All right. That's different. That's
all right,
different.
all right.
Hey,
You do what you
hey.
do. Do what you
Yeah.
do. All right, my bad, B.
BB.
All right. A&M at Miami.
oh, this is a very interesting game.
It is a very interesting
Tell me
game.
about it.
The hater in me wants to go Miami on this just because it's at Miami.
They looked very underwhelming last week.
But yeah, Miami
Oof.
didn't impress me at all
Well,
in their first game.
I don't even know why I said last week. They always look underwhelming. I'm going to go A&M here.
Yeah,
man.
I am too.
We got to start talking about Mario Cristobal. He in that way overrated coach category with Lincoln Riley and Ryan Day, Lane Kiffin.
He may be leading that actually.
Yeah,
Because
He
Guys,
is, but he's avoided the scrutiny because he was out there at the Pac-12. He won a couple Pac-12 championships. But,
Yeah, I mean, but at least they can tout something. Those other coaches, they've been to the playoff. They got a Heisman winner. What can Cristobal tout? And he's in the ACC where you can easily get 9 or 10 wins.
Hey,
The fall. I'm predicting the fall of Jimbo begins here.
You going with Miami for the dub?
All
that would be
right.
nice, but
The fall of Jimbo.
I kind of want to be the first team to knock them off, but
I would love to be the second team to knock him off, so his hot seat begins week 4. But I'm not picking him. I'm picking Texas A&M to win.
I'm not
Start-
picking that.
Start
I'm not
stacking the
picking that.
dubs before Auburn gets to him.
Hey, Mike, this is one I would love to be wrong about.
Yeah.
So go for it.
Yeah, I would go. I mean, listen, every year we go through this, right? You guys all make the sensible pick, and then I make the completely ridiculous pick. I don't know that this one's it, though.
I mean, listen, the spread's
I think-
only 4.5 points,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Vegas
yeah.
actually agrees with you that this should be a close one. So
Yeah, like if it's a coin flip, I'm just counting on the incompetence of Jimbo Fisher, right? Bobby Petrino makes the perfect call. Last play of the game, Jimbo comes in and changes it. And then they lose. It's all Jimbo's fault.
I'm here for that narrative. Let's go.
Just fight on the sideline. Jimbo gets fired.
Miami's offense is trash.
This Saturday?
Right. One of them in the
Wow.
booth. How they gonna fight from the booth and the field at the same time?
He's gonna come down. That's how mad he's gonna be. Change my call, motherfucker.
No one's gonna lead the field.
Yep, that's it. It's gonna be glorious. Best storyline in college football history.
I like it. I'm still going Texas A&M, but I like it.
Yeah,
That would be great.
Miami's quarterback is bad.
he
He's
is.
bad.
He is. He's not good.
He's not
right?
good.
This makes no sense. It should not happen.
Cristobal never picks the right quarterback though. Well, he had Herbert. That was easy because it was like obviously. But since then, no, he's never really picked the right quarterback. So I'm gonna go Miami.
Okay,
Yes!
we will.
Yes, I knew it. I felt it. I felt it in my bones.
Gotcha. All right.
No justification. They just need some good mojo, and Cristobal is going to be flailing. He's losing recruits to Florida. He's losing recruits to Florida State. He's losing recruits to everybody in the SEC he comes up against in Clemson. He's got to win something. So maybe that'll be enough to rah his guys to a win. I don't know.
And you talk about fool's gold too, man. Like goodness.
Oh, I don't
gracious.
believe in him. I'm just trying to get up on y'all. That's it.
No.
Let's
I'm
go.
just talking about Cristobal. Like I'm just when he was at Oregon, like wow. A lot of people wanted that guy, but okay. Anyway, so we got 2 A&Ms and two Miamis.
Yeah, here we
I
go.
like that. I like
we
it.
go.
I like it when we begin to part ways. See if we part ways with this one right here. Number 11, Texas rolls into Bryant Denny. How are we feeling, gentlemen?
Over under 54. Alabama favored by 7. Alabama -7.
Bijan Robinson no longer plays for Texas, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
You're right.
That was the best player on the team.
Quinn Ewers does though.
Yeah.
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 Captain
I like
Mullet.
Quinn Ewers. I don't know
like
why
him.
y'all
I-
in at him,
He
but
ain't no Bijan Robinson though.
I mean, they play for different positions. Of course, he's not.
Bijan Robinson did all.
He did not play quarterback.
He could though.
I have
It
been.
was that was Ewers that was out there
Shut up, Brian.
doing
But
all
what
of
if he
that.
did? But what if he did?
Ewers was the one out there in that Bama secondary look suspect last year.
The thing that the question I have about the running back position is Bijan Robinson could do it all though. He could catch, run. He could line up as a wideout if they need him to, and he was dynamic in the open field. It didn't really account for much last year's game though. It didn't.
After Ewers went out.
He was slinging it because while he was in there. But Sark knows what Saban wants to do. Sark has played against Kevin Steele while Kevin Steele was at Auburn. So if anybody's got the goods on how to break down a Bama defense, it would be Steve Sarkisian. However, I don't know, man. I don't really trust him, and I don't trust Texas. I'm gonna say Bama.
I have been screaming Texas all off season. And it was based on the fact that Alabama's offense could potentially look dysfunctional. They didn't look dysfunctional. It's kind of hard to look dysfunctional against Middle Tennessee. But I think they have enough on defense. And I think they're not as dysfunctional enough on offense to blow this game. All right, go Alabama in this game.
I know. See, I know.
I
know.
I'm actually going Bama too. I know I just did all that talking about Quinn Ewers, but I think Bama's going in.
What was the kind of like all the question marks about Milroe like overblown? You think?
No,
No, they're legitimate. He's just a really good athlete playing against some subpar athletes last week, but he is inconsistent with his ability to throw, and those wide receivers are still not spectacular, or they haven't played spectacular yet. So
I think Bama can run the ball though.
Yeah, Bama's defense is better this year though than they were last year.
I feel like if I pick Alabama, they will lose. Oh, Bama in this one.
Yeah, strategic.
Let's make a pact. Hey. Let's make a pact here, guys. A brotherhood pact.
Okay,
right? If Alabama loses, we all get the dub. Everybody gets a W if Alabama loses.
We should do that every week that Alabama loses. No matter how we pick that game, everybody gets a dub.
Yeah.
So we have everybody.
Okay. All right. I'm with it.
But if they lose, we'll take a hold of the dub.
I'm with it. But in order to seal it, we got to repeat after me. Hey. Let's get this dub. Not Bama, us. Let's get this dub. All right. All right,
hold
gentlemen.
on. Wait a minute. This just made it official for me, though.
What's that?
Mike G, if you pick Bama and they lose, I'll gift 100 memberships.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Hey, listen, 100 memberships. Let's go. I can pick Bama 3 times, sir. Yes, I love it. Bama.
Auburn Dad for Life says, James, losing Key, not the best news, but I guess Ott decided to give bulletin board material, so that definitely would help.
Do you think his coach was like, oh, fuck, man?
I think everybody in that locker room is feeling the exact same way. I think that Cal is supremely confident, and they want their players walking in with confidence, not feeling like they're big bad SEC school coming to town. I think that they were happy about it because the quarterback was the same way. He was kind of like, we'll be ready for him. Nobody that is in that locker room feels. Anyway, I don't want to talk too much about the game before we get to the game, but
yeah. AU alum 94 says self-acclaimed Heisman candidate Ott plus or minus 100 yards.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. All right, we'll hold on to this one for sure. Let me grab this one. Do you guys think Dabo is tanking because he knows Satan is almost done at Bama?
I don't think how that makes his case to go to Bama.
It does not.
Like he doesn't have to get fired to go.
I don't think Bama fans want Dabo actually.
They did when he was on top of the world.
I'm about to say now they
Lane Kiffin. Now it's I don't know who it is now.
Dion. I've heard some people.
No, they don't.
I've heard people say
no. I promise you, Bama fans, as a whole, do not want Dion. They don't. There might be some, and there definitely are some, but no.
I've already started hearing it.
I'm saying there's some that there were some Auburn fans that wanted Dion. There's fans of all over college football that want Dion.
Right.
Bama fans aren't the ones though.
Yeah, I don't know how that works in this state. Andrew Hughes says, "What's up, fellas? Finally became a patron. Welcome,
Andrew. Welcome.
Hey, my guy, Andrew. Listen, go read Andrew's work over at the Fly War Eagle. Right, he recaps a lot of stuff. He aggregates a lot of our work as well too. Love Andrew, man. Thank you for becoming a member.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Well, we also appreciate too, ladies and gentlemen, if you were to share this video with your friends, coworkers, relatives, whoever. Get the word out. Help people join this conversation. Great content over here. Smash the like button and subscribe if you just so happen to find our channel. Let's pay some bills and acknowledge our show sponsors.
This edition of the War Report is brought to you by our generous sponsors. AuburnSports.com. For news and notes on all things Auburn sports, head over to auburnsports.com. When you work out, grill out, and chill out, you deserve the best life possible, and Golden's Cast Iron is here to provide the tools to help you do it. Check them out at goldenscastiron.com.
And our giveaway sponsor, War Eagle Oil. For all of your motor oil and related products, head over to wareagleoil.com. Definite thank you to the sponsors of the War Report, and also thank you to our show sponsor for today, which is BetterHelp. You guys head over to betterhelp.com and betterhelp.com/rapport, and you can get an opportunity to get a little something off of your first month over there and experience the benefits of a mental health professional helping you through whatever it is that you've got with decisions with your life. If you have some anxiety issues, whatever it is, BetterHelp has an opportunity to get you some virtual counseling. Make sure you guys lock in over there at betterhelp.com/rapport. We definitely appreciate them for continuing to be sponsors of the War Report. A lot of what we do, we talk about mental health, probably not enough, but we definitely want to be advocates for that. So make sure that you all, if you have some issues that you wanted someone to talk to, and it's not a family or family member or a friend that you feel like you can talk to about it, you can talk to somebody over there, experienced counselors there for you. So make sure that you head over to betterhelp.com. Also, make sure that if you want to support us financially, you do that by becoming a member. Game day coming up, a lot of great game day content that we're going to be dropping for you guys, pre-game, halftime, and post. The whole time the chat live, I'm not going to, saying put the love. Yeah, if you watched, then you know what's up on that. But anyway, $5.99 gets you the patron, $3.99 gets you the supporter level. But we got great film breakdowns coming for you guys on the Cal game coming. That is members only. If you are a member and you want to gift memberships, you can do that right now from the live chat. Somebody will get a free month on you. You can win a mug potentially today by hashtagging Get Your Weight Up in the live chat. We'll do the drawing right around the 1 hour mark. That is sponsored by War Eagle Oil. Head over to wareagleoil.com for your motor oil and related products. Let's get to the business of today.
The business we shall get to. Let's get to actually showing the head-to-head. Auburn visits Cal this Saturday, September 9th. Late kickoff, 9:30 Central Time on ESPN. Auburn is favored in terms of the line, but ESPN's Football Power Index gives Cal a 54% chance. They like Cal in this matchup. This is the first ever meeting between the two teams in their program's history. Gentlemen, just overall, how are we feeling about this game? It's a late kickoff. Coaching staff has kind of talked about that. How are we feeling just general before we get into the analysis of this game? Starting with UB.
I feel I got a word from one of my homeboys that breaks down film. It's Ike. It's Ike, by the way. It was Ike. He was like, man, Cal put up a bunch of points on North Texas, but North Texas just trash. Cal ain't that good.
Yeah.
I was like, word, money going down on Auburn right now. So I'm going to, they were in the boss column for me, Cal. Cal is not, it's not like they're a good Pac-12 team and we don't know what we are yet, SEC team, so we should be better than them by default, right? They have been a bad Pac-12 team for years now. Like, I want y'all to think about what it was like. We haven't ever been bad that many years in a row. I think 21-22 was the closest we have been to bad multiple years in a row. We usually bounce back after we had a bad year. Cal has been bad repeatedly. So they don't have like pull when it comes to, we're going to go get some players out of the transfer portal.
They were 4-8 last year, by the way.
Yeah, that's hard to do. That's hard. The Pac-12 is terrible. And you don't have a winning record in conference against the Pac-12. Like, just, you don't even. Anyway, they're bad. We're good. Yes, I'm saying we're good relative to Cal. I don't know if we're good on SEC terms yet to be determined. We're better than them. Our run defense gives me pause. We just lost a linebacker. That gives me pause. However, we should be better than them, right? Like just off of casual fan interest, Cal is less than Auburn. Like that's just straight up. This is not that complicated to me. I don't believe in Cal. I don't understand they don't seem to love football out there. So I'm just going, I've seen some of the trash talk on social media from them. It's like, you guys only made 3.1 in high school for your GPA. I was like, oh, this is terrible. Yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna win by a million. Y'all can't even trash talk good. So yeah,
I like the nasally. I like the nasally. How do they sound? How they sound again, B?
You guys don't know the square root of 14,880. All right.
I just love when anyone imitates someone and sounds nasally. It's hilarious. Go ahead, Ike. What's your thoughts, man?
Yeah. So I did look at the film for Cal, and I thought that North Texas can't tackle. And so it's difficult for me to understand, are they that good at evading tackles, or is North Texas this bad at tackling? I saw a quarterback with a big arm. Their starting quarterback, Sam Jackson. He's got a big arm, but he feels as if he's a guy who is more athletic than quarterback. And then I saw a backup quarterback in Ben Finley, who is kind of a gunslinger and may give some gifts if he's the guy that's going to be playing. I saw a defensive line that was allowing North Texas to run on them pretty consistently. And I saw defensive backs that were getting beat in coverage downfield pretty consistently. Now, they have a whole week to get that stuff better. Cal's defense has been good the last few years. I expect them to play better this week, but I don't know how you all of a sudden just, I don't know. They're going to have to march into that game a different team. Maybe because all their fans are going to be wearing gold in the stadium, they're going to feel empowered. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Maybe it's going to be, a 2021 Penn State, where I didn't think Penn State was particularly good that year, and we lost to them when we went up there to Happy Valley. Right. I don't think that environment in Cal is like Happy Valley. I don't think that we have a coach like we did when we went to Happy Valley. I don't think that we're the same kind of team that we were when we went to Happy Valley. So I find it difficult to believe that Cal is going to win this game. But the Cal fans of the Pac-12 are confident that Cal players are confident they are going to win this game. Like, not worried a little bit. They are confident they are going to win this game. And I find that very interesting. And they're being very loud about that confidence. So I went back and I did some research because I was listening to the players talk about the familiarity between the coaches, right? And so Spividal, who is the current offensive coordinator for Cal, this is his second stint back as offensive coordinator there. Spavital, I think is how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, I've heard of him before.
He was the offensive coordinator at Texas A&M back in 2016. So that was back when Kyler Murray was the backup quarterback. But it was Sumlin was the head coach. I'm trying to think who was
that the Oklahoma transfer that year? Trevor something. He had transferred from Oklahoma.
It was Kenny something that was playing.
Kenny Trill?
Yeah.
Disappeared off the face of the planet. What happened to him?
It's 2015, 2016. Wow. That was him there with Kevin Sumlin. He was there, the offensive coordinator there. But when he was the offensive coordinator most recently against Texas State, he faced off against Ron Roberts' defenses 3 times in his tenure there as offensive coordinator. In 2019 against Louisiana, when Ron Roberts was a defensive coordinator, 2021 at Baylor, and 2022 at Baylor. He was the OC. Ron Roberts was the DC. Ron Roberts won all 3 of those games, or Ron Roberts' team won all 3 of those games, limited that offense pretty well. So Spavital has seen the Ron Roberts defense, but he hasn't fared very well against it. He was overmatched, of course, against Baylor, with Texas State being the team. But hey, Texas State just beat Baylor when he got up out of there. So,
yeah,
I'm just saying. I mean, it's not Ron Roberts anymore, but it's the same defense. I'm just saying. So, whatever. So there is some familiarity between these two as far as seeing those offenses work against offensive defense work against one another. And Ron Roberts has gotten the best of him as far as his teams each of those times so far. Going to be an interesting game.
That's good
going to be
research.
an interesting
I
game.
got here
That's good
doing
research.
this homework, man.
Listen,
That's
man,
what
I
I'm talking
told you,
about,
I
man.
tried to tell y'all I'm coming different this year. I'm coming different this year, man.
That's
Oh.
that gambling research right
You know
there,
what
my
I'm
boy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no,
Good
I'm not
gambling
even pausing that
research.
one. I'm coming different this year.
Why'd you have to say you were? Because I didn't even hear it until you said you
I
were.
paused
like,
it. I paused
oh,
it. Yeah,
man.
yeah.
No, I'm not
Just-
pausing that, bro. No,
Hey,
no
yo.
pause. No pause.
Hey, yo. Mike, talk to me, sir.
What are we talking about?
I about to, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so when you take a look at the numbers, right? Like I had a decent start to the season. I took a look at some of his stats. This one is, I just think this is a game that Auburn should win, right? It's crazy. I mean, they play Power 5 football, but you guys know how I feel about the Pac.
They're in the Power 5, but come on, it's the Pac.
Yeah, right. Like they don't play any pass defense in that league. I think that this is my feeling is Auburn is going to load the box and force this quarterback to beat them with his arm. They're going to test these. They're going to put these DBs to the test, and they're going to let DJ James. I mean, did DJ James get tested at all last week? Felt like he was invisible. Like,
I mean, he had one target to his side that was a catch, and then he had the almost interception that they tried to throw in his direction.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he had a clear interception. Man, I know he wishes he had that one back. You rarely get one that
he's still having nightmares about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can see Ron Roberts selling out to stop the run and making this quarterback prove they can beat Auburn with their arm. Force them weakness on strength. Auburn's secondary is a strength, right? And I'm not sure their passing game is a strength, based on what we saw week one and research we did on this quarterback. So he may be a little better than some people thought, but I don't think they play pass defense anywhere in that league. Look at week one in the Pac, man. Like every out there, man, dude, Michael Penix threw for almost 500 yards. Bo threw for like almost 300 and a half. Caleb Williams, did what he did. Like it's a continuation of last year. 8 passers with 3,000 plus yards, man. It's not real. It's just not. I believe Caleb Williams is the real deal, but I also believe his stats are padded by weak competition.
Yes.
And 2 things can be true, right? Like he can be both good and he can be padding his stats against much weaker competition. If you're trying to sell to me that somehow this Cal team has truly been tested, there are a lot of guys on this team that have been through the fight already with Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
They know what it's like to lose tough. They know what it's like to grind out a win. They know what it's like to play when nobody believes in you, to go out there and have to perform. I don't think Cal. I mean, when you play as bad as they have last few years, your whole life is a test, right? Like you wake up every morning and it's a test because you suck. So everything is hard. But ultimately, I just don't think they have what it takes. I honestly, and I don't know if you guys will agree with this, but like, the only way I see Auburn losing this is if the scheme beats itself. If they have I think the game plan is the only thing that could beat Auburn this. Because they're going to have to coach their asses off to win this game. That's how big I believe the talent gap is. So he can talk about the tape, but young man, like, come on, bro.
Hold on, let's not speculate on what he said. Let's talk about what he actually said.
I was waiting on you to cue it up, Mike.
We could get to that. Like, let's play. Can we play a clip?
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. Play a clip.
Yeah. Ask you shall receive.
I think there's a lot of focus on the name Auburn, and what I see on film is just like, not really in comparison to what their name is. So I just want to get that into my guys' heads. Like, a name doesn't mean anything. And at the end of the day, they're still human. And we have just as much of a chance as they do to go in there and get the win.
there's some things I want to correct here. Young man, as you grow up and you go into the world, a name is everything. A name doesn't mean anything. A name is everything. A name is who you are. What you do is what make don't me. But a name is what you are.
I interrupt you, son. Keep talking.
A name is what you are. Your name is everything. As a man, your name means something. Right? And what that name Auburn means is that we play in the SEC and we've been through it. What you saw on film was game 1. That's what you saw. What you saw on film was game 1. The conclusions I draw from Cal is about the totality of who they are. Your name don't mean, I can understand why he would say that because their name had meant shit.
Okay. All right.
So that's why you feel that way, because you never had a name worth nothing.
Talk your talk, then.
The A and the U mean something. So when you saw the tape, what you saw was you saw game 1 of a team that brought in over half the team from the portal of high school. With a brand new coach and a system on both sides of the ball. Running their base offense and defense. What are you doing?
That wasn't even like the most inflammatory thing.
It wasn't.
Would you like me to play more?
Yeah, let's hear more from young Jake Knott.
If you say that that's not the worst thing he said, let's find out what he said.
Talk, young man. I like it.
All right.
You just mentioned that, but obviously, if you guys are able to get the win, it's significant. I mean, what kind of importance would it mean for you guys as a team to get a win this weekend?
It'll be very encouraging when we do get this win. But I feel like our focus is going to be not letting it get to our head and getting too big-headed after we do get the dub. So I feel like that'll be the focus.
Then there was one more clip where a reporter came back and said, "So you seem
confident that you guys
seem confident you're going to win." Oh yeah,
he's like, "Yeah, we're going
to win. Yeah, we're going to win."
So I just want to point out the small irony, and we don't want to get too big-headed after we get this dub that I'm predicting already.
Yeah,
son, your head looks a little big already. I would calm down here. I don't know. Listen, I'm all about believing that you should win and that you can win.
Like I said, I actually like it from him. I think he should have been a little bit more quiet, but I like the confidence.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying you shouldn't feel that way, but my goodness.
But man, if there were a handbook for don't give the other team any extra motivation, this was it. Right? Because quite honestly, there's already a talent gap between Cal and Auburn. It's not like you're Alabama or Ohio State or Georgia saying this.
They don't even talk like that.
They don't. But what I'm saying is that even from their position where there's a talent gap between them and most others, you're on the negative side of this, talking like this. It wouldn't be. I would say, you know what? We're going to settle this on the field. I know a lot of people are counting us out, but we believe we can win. So we're going to go out and we believe if we execute our game plan and play to the best of our abilities, we can win. No problem.
That would have been the correct way to say that. Yes.
That's it. That would have been the right way to say that. What he said was, after we get the dub. And I'm like, I mean, there are some people who will come back at me, I'm sure, and say, "Oh, well, what's he supposed to say, Mike? And is he supposed to believe in himself?" You can believe in yourself, right? Part of playing the game at this level is knowing what to say in these moments. This is the game before the game, right? And I just wonder if he's truly going to be in the right mindset, because if he goes in there thinking what he saw on tape is what he's going to face on Saturday, good luck.
Word.
That was our base form.
It's not even my final form.
That wasn't even my final form. It's week 1. I just don't know who would say something like this after week 1. against a weak opponent where you obviously weren't. I mean, if I were in his shoes, I've been just like, listen, I'm not gonna pretend like anything they did last week matters. We studied the tape to know who we're going against, but ultimately we expect them to throw something different at us on Saturday. We think we have a plan. We plan to be prepared. And if we prepare the right way, we believe we can win this game despite what you all think. And that's it. And you leave it there. You can be confident without being stupid. This was stupid to me.
Listen, I said, I like it, man. I like this confidence, man. I hope, he has a fabulous season after they lose on Saturday. So,
yeah.
I mean,
let me ask you guys this. Sam Jackson got injured in that game last week. And he's more of a mobile QB, obviously. He had 3 carries for 18 yards. So obviously he's a threat on the ground as well in the running attack. And obviously Will Cox, the head coach, kind of showed a bit of gamesmanship. Clearly this kid returned to practice. He's expected to play, even though the coach didn't say he's day-to-day. How do you think that changes in terms of how Auburn prepares, or are they preparing for all of it in your opinion, Ike?
I think you got to prepare for the possibility that you see both quarterbacks and have different strategies, game plans of how you're going to attack each of them. And luckily, Auburn has been going against 2 quarterbacks with very similar types of skill sets all fall, right? You have Peyton Thorne, who is the more in the pocket quarterback, and you've got Robbie Ashford, the more mobile one. So you've had an opportunity to look at this for weeks now. For months, really, if you've been there since spring. So I think that they're going to come in with a very good game plan for how they want to stress each of those quarterbacks differently. They were already putting in a game plan for a mobile quarterback last week when they were playing against UMass, right? So you don't have to change a ton from that other than how you executed some of the stuff in your alignment. So yeah, I think that they should come into this game with a good plan of how they want to attack each of those quarterbacks separately.
Word. How do we feel about this offense? Obviously, Auburn showed base, as to Mike G's point. What do you think we'll see this week? And what more of Auburn's offense do you expect to see this week?
I think that, again, they will show up, right? And they're going to see if they can stay in their base form and run the ball at them. I think, Hugh Freeze is going to be who he's going to be. I think we saw that on Saturday. They're going to throw. They're going to throw. They're going to test and see what works early. And if the simplest version of this works, and I mean, if let's say they start like they did against UMass, scoring on the first 3 or 4 drives or something like that, they'll keep doing it until Cal proves they can stop it. But on offense, I think you man up and you keep throwing all those great running backs at them. I expect them to mix up wide receiver maybe a little bit this week. Shorter I don't think he had a target, right? He didn't have a target.
I don't think so. No.
Fairweather didn't have a target. I mean, Luke Deal didn't have. The only tight end that got a target, I think, was Fromm.
Right.
On what would have been a touchdown pass. So, yeah, I think that there was enough on tape last week that if they come into this one and they execute, they can score a lot of points this week. I do believe that. If they improve from week 1 to week 2, I expect them to score a lot of points this week. 40 plus.
Getting back to we got a lot of super chats and comments, guys. We appreciate y'all. We will get to them. I promise you. Hey, you alum, I'm going to get back to this. Self-proclaimed Heisman candidate. Plus or minus 100 yards. Well, y'all taking the over or under on that? UMass's running back went over. He went over 100 yards. I was about to
say I'm not as much as I don't love whatever. I'm not gonna say I don't love it. I actually do love the confidence that I'd had in it. Listen, I think that it's fine that he's supremely confident and he wants to instill that confidence in the rest of his team and say, hey, just because they have SEC on the jersey doesn't mean that these guys are super villains out here that are able to destroy our game plan. But I am also equally not confident in what he saw on film is correct. Our run defense didn't look spectacular. So if he's confident in their ability to run the ball and his ability to do it at least equal to what UMass was able to do, I'd say he goes over 100 yards. But I just want him to earn it with like 30 carries.
Yeah. They have their second running back or a guy who had the most second most yards. Yeah, Ifanse, he had 54 yards on 10 carries, averaging almost 5.5 yards per carry, 3 scores last week as well. Another running back, Ashton Stredrick, 13 carries for 51 yards and a score.
Yeah, that was mostly in garbage duty, the third running back. The first two are really their main running backs. And Fonse is more of the bruiser power back, and Ott is more of their kind of scat home run type of back. So
who we expect, since it's reported that Keys will be out, who are we looking forward to stepping up at the second level in the linebacking room?
I mean, I think
we got our eyes on.
Yeah, I think just from what I saw on film, it's going to be a mixture of Larry Nixon and Eugene Asante that are going to fill in and play there.
Okay.
I agree.
I'm going to grab some more comments here. By the way, Andrew Hughes says it's a different Andrew Hughes, by the way.
Oh, my bad.
Gave this man so much credit.
Hilarious.
All right. Create a website now.
Otis Smith says Cal is doing a gold rush type stupid thing. Whatever I want Auburn to throw on those stormtrooper unis with the orange face mask, orange cleats, socks, gloves, sleeves, armbands, etc. Curious what kind of unis they're going to carry out there.
We have not won yet in our stormtroopers with the white face mask. So yeah.
Hopefully that changes. For sure. Scorpion in the squad says put Ott on his I like that. Like what you did there. I want him to have the same facial expression that Jameis Winston had in 2013 when our defense was lighting him up.
Yeah, I just don't
for the first 3 quarters or first half of that game.
Yeah, he got to work in the second half.
I was about to say I don't want second half Jameis expressions.
I just think Ott is going to have Ron Roberts' full attention.
I mean, listen, everybody on that defense has got him circled. Like it's going to be
even before these comments.
Now they do. Yeah.
I mean, they had him circled before, just because. Listen, he is the engine of that offense. When you go back and look at the tape, he's what makes it go, right? Like I think the first 2 plays on offense was a handoff to him and then a throw to him, right? Like they want to get him involved in the offense. I went and watched. I told you I'm coming different this year, and I'm gonna keep saying that. I don't care how many times y'all pause me. I went back and watched the Texas State.
Stop saying that. We weren't even pausing.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm coming different, and I'm not letting up.
Hey yo.
She should be afraid.
Hey yo,
be afraid.
I went back and watched.
Hey yo, that's crazy. Hey yo, you talking crazy over there?
That's wild. I'm not letting up. Is wild. How do you even control that?
I went back and watched Texas State play Baylor. Similar situation. They had a running back that they like. He's just snorting, bro.
Control yourself, Mike.
Oh man! All right, we off the rails. My bad. That's on me. That's my fault.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, Texas State had a similar situation where they had a running back they wanted to get involved, so they put him in different types of situations where they were handing the ball off and getting him the ball in screen game, all that kind of thing, man. So I expect them to do similar with Ott. So they're going to have to look at different ways that they want to get him involved if they want to keep him involved. I don't think turn around handing the ball off in inside zone, outside zone over and over again, which is what they ran the vast majority of the first game. vast majority of the Texas State stuff. It was inside zone, outside zone, inside zone, outside. So like they ran that over and over again. The only difference was what the H-back was doing, whether he was going to be going a straight block or if he was going to be coming across on it. I'm telling you, I've been watching film, bro. Like I'm finna suit up. I'm watching film. So a lot of stuff is the same out of different formations, inside and outside zone over and over again. It's going to be a lot. The alignment of our defensive line and those linebackers getting guys lined up properly is going to say a lot about how well we are able to control him in the run game.
We will definitely be looking. Do they run tempo, Ike?
Yes,
they do a lot of tempo stuff.
Not a lot. They mix it in, but they can get into some tempo stuff for sure.
Okay, all right. Not a mouse. Says Tigers 42, Urkel's 10. I like what you did there.
I like that. I had this for 42-17.
Okay.
So I like this.
All right.
Take a touchdown away from him. Love it.
Brandon Camille just became a member. Welcome. Alfred Austin said he just joined today as well. Very proud of us. Thank you, sir. Thanks for becoming a member.
Thanks for joining.
Cleveland Brown says, looking forward to Ike to start a rant with Cal fans. How you feeling today on weekend tailgate?
Hey, listen.
We know.
I'm gonna have a lot to say on Sunday. Trust and believe. Trust and believe.
And when you leave, I'll be talking again.
Auburn Dad for Life says B Squidward will talk GPA. Appreciate that, Auburn Dad. Hope you're well. Shall we get to the giveaway before we grab some of these supers and some other content?
Well.
We're giving away that mug, right?
Yes, indeed.
We're giving away a mug, guys. Okay. Hashtag get your weight up. Ike's ready to draw. Let's do it.
Let's get straight to this drawing. Uh-oh, I didn't hit the wrong thing. All right, boom. Let's go. 116 people. Somebody got to win it. Today's winner shall be Dylan. What up?
Are you here, Dylan? Let us know. Let us know if you're here in the comments. We need to see you. Be on the lookout, fellas. All right.
Sure.
I'll grab some super chats now. Auburn Dad says Cal running back ought to. I see what you did there. To know better than to blow smoke. That was man.
Yep. You win YouTube.
Yeah, I like that. B Will's forehead says I want Ott on his butt crying with crap-filled cleats, eating corn the long way, and I want it on national TV.
What is it with you in this corn the long way, family? You said that like 3 times.
Hey, pause on that. Pause on that corn the long way.
I know what it means.
Yikes!
I really feel
that is crazy though. Eating corn the long way.
Yeah.
Come on, family.
I really feel like Auburn is going to. I mean, they're going to stop the run here. They're going to stop the run. And again, what you saw on defense last Saturday is not indicative of what they may throw at them this week. If you're Ott, you have to know that. You just have to know that. So this is what I don't get about this. It wasn't like Auburn played Clemson in week 1.
I mean, they should know that. I'm sure that they were running a lot of their base stuff in week 1. They know they've got different wrinkles that they can throw out there versus what they did with North Texas. Even though they struggled with North Texas, let's be clear. That game was close.
It was close
for the first half of that game. And North Texas turned the ball over a couple of times in a goofy way. Like they had a wide receiver slip on a pass. I mean, on a route early that went straight to a DB that set him up in scoring position. Like it was not domination on Cal's part that led to North Texas losing this game specifically early. So, and Mr. Ott did actually fumble in that game.
Interesting. Did they turn it over?
Yeah, it was a turnover. Yeah.
It was a turnover? Okay.
Yep.
So you didn't get it back?
Nope.
Oh man, it's a lot of talking. It's
too much.
Man, when I put it, he sent it to us like before the show, and I was like, wait, what? Like he said what? Why would he do that?
Hey,
It's one of those
listen,
things. If it was one of our players, we'd be like,
I just can't imagine his coach.
oh yeah, remember last year
Yeah.
when who was it? Brandon Council was talking all that about
Oh,
Georgia
yeah,
before the
about
game, and we was
Georgia.
like,
Oh,
hey,
no.
Brandon, hey, slow down, family.
but we kind of already knew we was going to like. It was just like, bruh.
Ross.
Maybe not so loud, bro. Like I'm good. I'm good.
Friends in DBZ, baby. That's all we know. Friends in DBZ. Yeah. Shout out to DK, friend, another friend's fan.
Yeah, man. It's my guy Donovan watching Friends, baby. But yeah, I was like, maybe not so loud. Like I like the confidence, but
think it. Don't say it.
yeah,
Like, just think
say
it.
that in the locker room, bro.
And that's why Harson was still here. He had confidence. What? He was wrong. Brandon Council was wrong. He was wrong, man.
You was wrong.
He played well later the rest of the season after Harson left. But yeah, I have no doubt.
Hey,
Dylan,
Dylan.
what up?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
What up, Dylan?
I have no doubt that looking at film, coaches emphasize and say, hey, you see this right here? We could take advantage of this.
For sure.
Here's something we see and we know how to counter it.
Yeah.
But yeah, players still got to do stuff though. Like that's the change here. The change is you see it in film in air conditions while you sitting in your chair in the film room with the lights off and the projector. You're like, oh yeah, I understand what's going on. And then you get on the field and you're getting decleated, and now all of a sudden it's a little harder to do what you saw you do it on film. It's night and day. You actually got to do it. So I don't know if it's even. I'm with Haley. I don't think it's confidence. I think it's the opposite. He said, I'm letting my guys know that this is just a name. If you got to tell the people around you to not be scared, it's over. It's over. It's over already. You know who I got.
So here's the thing. I do think it's confidence from him. I think there are other people in that locker room who are not quite as confident.
Right. You
And
know,
he's trying to project his confidence onto them and be like, follow my lead, guys.
Right.
I got y'all.
But everybody's got to have that confidence. But he should be confident in his ability. But to say you're going to win the game, like you might be confident you're going to hit a certain number of yards, buddy, because you could say that you're good. But it stops right there. That's it. That's all.
Y'all ain't good.
I'll say again, I don't have a problem with the confidence he has in himself and his team. I think you should walk into every single competition thinking,
believing you can win it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're going to shock everybody today. And I'm hoping that he is 100% wrong.
Yeah.
I don't have any issue with it. Again, I don't. If I were a Cal fan, it might get me amped up and be like, yeah, man, talk your talk, boy, do your thing, you know what I'm saying? But
they don't watch football.
You don't win.
Cal fans aren't watching football, man.
It just doesn't matter out there.
Fans of the academics.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter out there. It doesn't mean anything out there. It doesn't mean anything to the fans. There's only a couple schools that have any real tradition, when it surrounds football. For real. It's a handful. ASU, Arizona, they don't care about football down there. They don't. I'm sorry. They just don't. And those are cold hard facts. You don't care enough to be talking like this. All 63 y'all fans gonna show up.
He trying to change the culture, baby.
Oda, this was hilarious. We beat North Texas. We straight. That's funny. That is funny.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. But okay.
John Brandon, as usual. You down with OTT?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Hey,
that's elite. That was an elite comment.
Hey, John. You keep doing stuff like that. You're gonna be all right with me, sir.
That's the thing he does.
He gonna mess it up in 2 minutes.
We just don't bring attention to it because we can't.
Nah, that one was good. Some of these other ones I can't rock. I rock with that one. I rocks with that one. Don't go telling that joke 4 more times on Twitter though. You already got it off. It's cool. We laugh.
Nope.
Don't listen.
Twitterverse finna get this work now.
Mm-hmm.
It's slapped on YouTube. Now here comes Twitter with it. All right. Joe Beckham says, I just discovered the War Report recently, was blown away by the quantity and quality of your content. Got addicted and had to join. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, God.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you,
Joel,
Thank
go
you.
check out those firesides, Joel.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he is. Pretty sure. Definitely check those out.
The Fireside's probably what brought him here.
Yeah. For sure.
Aaron says Auburn gonna win by at least 17, just for his words, referring to Ott there.
That'd be cool.
Ben Bloodworth says 2 weeks in a row with the DZ records.
I've been watching a lot of Dragon Balls. I just discovered there's a movie out called Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, the superheroes movie. Yeah, I can't wait to nerd out on that one.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It's gonna be good.
Just like KP says, I hope Coach Hugh freezes playing that video clip in front of the team.
Listen,
Stoke
man,
that fire.
the team 100% has seen this all day. People have been tagging to them in this video all day, sending them the clip. Like, there is no chance that they are not watching this on the flight over and over.
Yeah, while we were talking, I posted it up everywhere: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, MySpace. It's everywhere right now.
Yeah, I said it's been all over the web all day.
Yeah.
So this was like around noon today when this press conference happened. So this has been floating around for hours now. So there's no chance that the team has not seen this already.
You know what's crazy to me is in football specifically, you can bottle emotions and make it useful for you, probably more than other sports. Like in other sports, you can't just unleash fury. Like it's a foul call, it's whatever. Like you can be upset, but you have to channel it into a focus for your basketball shot. Or, what I'm saying, you have to be particularly nimble and I don't know what skills really make you a great soccer player, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like you can focus more if you can hit a baseball and like, man, this guy's been getting the best of me. I want to get the best of him today. But it's focus. Football is fury. If you make me upset enough, I can be better. Now, it might be only for a limited amount of time, but it works a lot. Like you hear teams talking all the time about how rematches and we knew we would go see them again. Yeah, it matters. It matters. Why you think so often we're like, man, if you got to play that team again, I don't know. Very few times is a team playing twice in the same season. And if it was a close match, it's flipping the next time. Almost always between quality opponents because it's so hard to beat a good team twice. They remember, man, they were embarrassed. They were upset. You don't want to upset somebody who has a talent advantage on you already. Why would you do that? Why would you do that, man?
Because you don't believe that there's a talent advantage. Y'all keep skipping over the fact that this young man thinks that they're going to win. He
need to read some Sun Tzu. Don't underestimate your opponent.
He said that everybody keeps saying, "Oh, it's Auburn," and he don't believe it from what he saw on the tape. If you don't believe it, then everything he's saying is completely valid.
He said we don't believe you. We need more people. So
that's exactly what
we're gonna send more people.
We're gonna bring them. We're gonna bring them for sure.
Poor young man.
They're gonna be on his ass. boy, Jacks, defensive tackles, linebackers, the whole of football gods are gonna be crashing down on him on Saturday.
Hey, listen, I ain't the one that's got to back it up or prove it, man. I'm just here to root on my squad, and I'm hoping they go out there and make him eat those words because that's what you're supposed to do. Somebody says, "I'm going to beat you." You're supposed to go out there and prove them absolutely wrong.
I think these DBs absolutely eat on Saturday. Right. Keontae's kind of excited about this one. Didn't he say he was talking to the team about
he's from out that way, man. He's from Utah.
Right.
Okay.
He was about how the
air
is going to be easy for them to breathe in, and he's coaching the guys on what it's going to be like to play out there. It's not like this southern humidity. If you've never been down in that area, like around this time of the year, some great weather over there. They don't have like a bad season. Yeah, they don't have a bad season. Caesar and I have spent time in San Diego visiting King, and every time we go down there, it's jet ski season, right? Like you can, and so if the weather is, if all things are equal, I believe in the conditioning that this team did this offseason. I think they're a well-conditioned team. I think that they're built like. I hope that they came up with a good routine for traveling out to the West Coast. I think they're gone tomorrow morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or did they leave tonight?
No, they're leaving tomorrow.
Tomorrow, right?
And Coach Freeze actually said today that he wishes that he had known it was going to be a night game before they had scheduled the travel. He would have left even later because he didn't like how much just dead time they're going to have out there.
Correct. Yeah. So he's going to. He got asked this question at the press conference about, are you doing anything special to prepare for the time change? And I like that we've got a coaching staff at Auburn that will consider minor things that will help give you an edge when you're traveling to go play a team, right? And late as well too. So, get your mind right for this one and just go out there and win your matchups, right? They have a thing that they say, the players say, I've heard them say it at the Firesides, Ike, and they've said it to us privately. Everybody is expected to do their 111th.
Yeah.
Everybody's expected to do their 111th. This is a thing. No hands on hips, right? Like, do your 111 and let's go out there and beat every opponent. So from week to week, I just expect them to get better. Making judgments in week one. You know how many tweets I read of people who were just like, oh my, like 1 quarter into that game with LSU, oh my God, FSU is terrible.
Yeah.
There's so many judgments being made off of week one, and you just can't do that. LSU lost this game last year and won the West.
Right.
For him, again, I'd focus in on my 111 if I were him. Right. And not the name on Auburn's jersey, because I promise you they're going to make sure you find out what that name means on Saturday. You're going to know. You're going to see it a lot.
The first time somebody lands a big hit on him, I expect there to be a lot of chirping happening.
It's going to be chippy. Yeah, I hope Hugh Freeze has a plan to keep his players under control. Right? He talked about some things about he was talking to Jalen Simpson about the celebration, and he was like, "Listen, come over to the sideline. I'll do whatever silly dance you want me to do. Just don't do it out on the field and don't get us in trouble." Right? I like that he's talking to his players about that.
Right.
Like, I want you guys to have fun and celebrate. Just move it. Have enough discipline to move it over here first, and let's do it together.
Right. For sure.
That's it. Right. And so, again, when they're going to be aiming for this dude, I'm sure he wants his defense to make this kid feel it. Right. But do not go overboard.
Right.
For sure.
Stay within control. So we're clear. Jalen Simpson had a flaggable offense on that pick six.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was going to be a flag too.
Yeah, I gave the throat slash gesture. It was clear and it was on camera, and I hope they talked to him about that. In a big game, that can cost you big time. And you definitely don't want to go on the road and do anything like that. Right. So winning on the road is hard, man, in Power 5 football. So if you're going to win,
look like some nasty mustard. Sorry, that was random, but we're doing all orange for our team, and they're doing this gold thing. It's going to look really weird in the stadium.
Nasty mustard.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been a big mustard fan, so I agree.
Just a bunch of orange and yellow.
Travis Latham says, I look for old boy to pull a Dylan Brooks after the game. 20+ point win Saturday night. War Eagle.
I think it's possible. What is Auburn -7?
Or 6.5.
We're favored by 6.5. Depending on what you
I think they're trying to sucker people in betting on Cal.
Again, people out west are super confident that Cal can pull off this upset.
Yeah,
they just are. I've talked to this. Our conversation. I had the conversation with the dude from Locked On Pac-12. He said he's been picking Cal for months.
Of course he is, right? Because he's basing it on what this team was last year,
right?
And not he's basing it on what he's seeing as the improvements from Cal year over year. And he was, he's just like, I feel like Cal's always had a decent defense. They've got a better offense this year. Cal's going to win the game. You can hear him say it yourself tomorrow when we put it up on the podcast. But he did say he's predicting that Cal wins this game.
Yeah, good for him.
All right. Well, Brian Mosley became a member.
Hey, Brian Mosley.
I'm excited about that.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome. Isaac says Cal players been talking spicy, excited for this game. It definitely has added some excitement for this game.
They have. They really have.
Yeah,
Calvin Peterson, welcome. Auburn Dad for life. Ike John was straight out of Compton with that OTT reference. Actually, you want to sell him, Mike, or you want me to?
Yeah, I'm about to say it's not Compton, but
he was naughty by nature with it.
Yeah.
Oh. There you go. Thank you, Be Will.
Where are they from? Are they from Cali?
New Jersey.
Okay.
New Jersey.
Jazzy.
Scorpion in the squad says, I appreciate the super chat. I wonder how many of our fans will travel for this one.
There's actually
a lot of Auburn fans
in the era.
There's a bunch of Auburn fans already up there. So
yeah.
It's not going to even be a long trip for some
I
people.
wonder if Tim Cook's gonna go.
Good question. I don't know.
I mean, it's
Mosey
not
on
like
up
he
there?
can't afford to make the flight. So
Listen, he should go buy the stadium real quick before Saturday because he can't afford it. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Change
that would be
everything, change the
That'd
locker
be a
room.
waste of money.
I say that'd be
Change
giving money to
food.
Cal's athletic department. Don't do that, bro.
Right.
He's gonna use
Sell it.
that
Turn it
unreleased
into a homeless shelter.
that Apple teleporter. Just go right to the press box. I mean the suites. He's gonna be in there.
Yeah,
They ain't gonna let-
he
they gonna
needs
let
to
that one
give
out the
Jordan
box.
Head that Mercedes Benz upgrade and turn it into what we got in Atlanta. So
That's pretty nice over there.
if you're gonna do something with a stadium, do that. Bankroll Blockade says, listening to Feinbaum show today, bunch of Bammers calling in saying Dion too loud for Alabama.
That tracks. That tracks. You know what though?
isn't
Everybody
that
says what
kind
they
of-
don't want in a head coach until he starts winning big, and then everything is thrown out the window.
The irony of that statement that Dion is too loud for Bama. The fact that
Bama
someone is
fans have
louder
to be
than
the loudest ones. They don't want the coach to be the loudest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just made sense for me.
Yeah.
Thank you, because they're pretty. Yeah. Anyway, let's play a quick game, guys. We always do this. We didn't do it last week. There wasn't a need to.
Yeah.
Auburn will win if each one of you give your one thing Auburn will do to secure the win. Auburn will win if.
Let me take a look at something here.
Okay. You want to go, Mike?
Auburn will
Or
win
you
if
gotta be?
they win the turnover differential. That's it. That's all we have to do. If we're +1, we win. Probably by a lot. It would take some horrendous fumbles and INTs and things like that for this game to get away from us. So turnover battle is it.
Ike. Auburn will win
if they limit Cal to under, I'll say, 6 plays that go more than 15 yards. So if they can limit the explosives to 6 plays or less, then they're going to win. Make Cal drive the ball down the field every single time. Don't give up the big stuff to them.
Okay, like that. B got win the turnover battle. Ike says limit their big plays to 6, no more than 6. Mike G.
Auburn will win if they run from 250 plus yards on the ground.
That's a good one. Time of possession, I think, is going to be key in this one.
Yeah, 250 plus, man, and it's over. I can't see them losing this game. I think they're controlling the clock. Like Ike said, time of possession. And I think that they're doing what they want to do as well, too. They're keeping the ball out of harm's way. And, Peyton Thorne and Robbie Ashford are hitting just enough passes to keep them off balance.
I think Robbie Ashford's going to go nuts in this game. By the way.
I think he might go absolutely ham.
Just because I don't think that Cal's defense is fast enough. Like, I just think that he's going to get some opportunities outside of the red zone, and he might have like he's not going to get the number of touches to have a Bama-like day, but like I think Robbie might go nuts in this game.
I honestly think Thorne takes the next step in this one as well too, as a passer. I expect him to have a pretty decent day, and I also expect this is what happens when you go 5-7. People can't properly evaluate the talent that's on your team because they didn't get any opportunities last year. Right. I learned to pay attention to what this coach says, right? And he made a point to single out Malcolm Johnson. Now, we heard about him in the offseason. His teammates were like, he's still the fastest on the team. The coaching staff seemed to really like him. He was just struggling with injuries. Then he went out there and he looked like a pure wide receiver. Right. Catching some really impressive balls from Holden. And, with, some guys may be struggling to pick up the system and injuries happening. I wouldn't be surprised to see a field promotion happen and they give him a shot to go out there and make plays for these quarterbacks. Honestly, just wouldn't see it.
I expect the Cole Kubelik version of Peyton Thorne to show up, and that is throwing to the checkdowns a lot and letting these, the RPO quick game. I expect to see that a lot in this game. They didn't do it a lot in the last game, I expect to see a lot of RPO quick game checkdowns to running backs, that sort of thing, and getting guys in space. Because again, I don't think that Cal's team speed is going to be able to match Auburn's team speed. So they're going to try to take advantage of spreading guys out and letting Thorne get the ball out of his hands quickly, or try to look for the deep shot, but then come back down to a check down. I think that's going to happen quite a bit in this game.
I like that.
Good stuff. Good
like
stuff.
that.
Good stuff.
I believe you. I believe him.
Blue Eagle says they tackle. That's a good one.
That's going to be a big thing. Like
Auburn, if Auburn
well.
is sound defensively and they tackle, I like Auburn's chances in this game for sure. Because I really do think our offense eats in this game. So I definitely like that. Gentlemen, any other thoughts before we get out of here about this matchup?
Yeah, it's week 2. And you have to continue to improve. I think week 1 was a good opening debut for this team. I think it injected a lot of confidence and a lot of excitement into the program. Being able to go out there and score 50+ points, hold them to 14 points, have a pick 6, have big plays in the return game, and have 2 quarterbacks go out there and play well. 3 quarterbacks played well, to be clear.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2 that you decided to roll with played well. They played their part. They encouraged each other. And they seem to be working well as a team, right? Not a ton of penalties, so they played relatively disciplined football. Remain disciplined. Do your 111. Do your job, right? And beat teams you're supposed to beat. This is supposed to be the beginning of a new era of, Auburn football. We've seen the Auburn football Twitter account talk about it, like, kind of like new beginnings. I think people get the general feeling, guys, that it's time to start some new traditions at Auburn. And that tradition is consistency, winning consistently, beating people you're supposed to beat consistently, being who you are consistently. The A and the U means something, man. It does. We take pride in it. Fans take pride in it. That's why it matters so much. A name is nothing. A name is everything. Because of what you did to make that name something. Decades of tradition, man. People who blaze trails, Heismans, Cam Newtons, Bo Jacksons, Pat Sullivans. A name is everything. And the ones who came before to make that name something, you play with their spirit on your back. Listen, I get it if you're odd. Y'all don't have tradition. So you don't get it. But I'll be damned if you don't find out on Saturday. Teach this kid about tradition.
Word.
Baptize him. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Word. Good stuff. Good conversation, gentlemen. Ike, you doing a film review?
Yeah. Tomorrow's getting busy with the film review on Cal this time. Get your notification bell set if you are a member, and I'll just try to get it in whenever I can. But make sure you are ready for that. $5.99 gets you to the patron level, so you can watch it on demand. So if you don't catch it live, you can get it on demand as a patron. But thank you to everybody who's gifted memberships. Special shout out to Drake Barefoot once again for gifting memberships today. Somebody else did. Let me go. I know Auburn Dad did. Frankie Colazzo as well did gifted membership. So thank you so much to those wonderful members who have decided to let some other people get a free month on you. Make sure you check out the network. The podcast network is going crazy right now with a ton of content. You can check in with the College Loop, the Auburn Express, and the Uptempo podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure you get them in your ear. And if you didn't get a chance to win something today, then you can go to our merch store. TheWarReport.com is where you can go to get some merch and get your weight up, man. And we'll be back at you guys Friday. Yeah.
For sure. Until then, share this content, guys. Friends, family, co-workers. anyone you know loves Auburn content, be the plug, introduce them to the War Rapport. When you're here, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can find us on social media, Instagram, Twitter, at the War Rapport. You can also find us on TikTok at TW Rapport. That's it for now, guys. We will see you on Friday. But until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. And as always, War Eagle.
War Eagle.